Hello, and welcome to your professional development on malfeasance, misfeasance, and nonfeasance. We're going to talk about the legal definitions of these words and also how they apply to you as an educator. Hope you enjoy. The feasances can be a little confusing. Malfeasance, misfeasance, nonfeasance. I get a little tongue-tied. But hopefully by the end of the presentation you will understand. Malfeasance, wrongdoing, especially by a public official, is hard to prove in a court of law because the true definition is rarely agreed upon. Courts agree to an extent, but proving malicious intent is often very difficult. Misfeasance is a little bit different. It's a transgression, especially the wrongful exercise of lawful authority, but it doesn't include malicious intent. As stated previously, malfeasance refers to a perpetrator doing something on purpose with malicious intent, while misfeasance is a little different. It means that you do something unintentional, like hiring your sister without knowing it's against the law. Now we come to nonfeasance, the omission of some act that ought to have been performed, perhaps the easiest one to accidentally do. For instance, let's say a daycare provider is employed to supervise children, but a child climbs out the window and they fall down. The contracted person on duty was supposed to protect them, so that is nonfeasance. So let's break this down a little more. The feasances are still a little bit confusing, so I'm going to do a comparison between each. These three examples involve a catering company being hired by a company to provide drinks and food. It's nonfeasance if they decide not to show up. It's misfeasance if they only provide drinks, and it would be considered malfeasance if they're paid by another company to poison the food. Now that we've seen what it means for a catering company, what exactly does this mean for us as educators? I have a few examples. Okay, here goes the feasances for education. Misfeasance, failure to act in an appropriate manner with the students. Malfeasance, breaking the law on school grounds. Or nonfeasance, the failure to perform your assigned duty. Alright, so let's look at misfeasance. For instance, you could use too much force when breaking up a fight, or a teacher that does not perform your duty according to a code of conduct. So any kind of safety code violation could be misfeasance. Now we get to malfeasance for education. So breaking the law on school grounds. For example, smoking marijuana on school grounds, slapping your principal, we must not do that, or even spanking a student in certain situations or districts. Now to nonfeasance in education, failure to perform your assigned duty. So let's say you leave your assigned post, like recess duty, for a personal reason. While you were gone, a student gets hurt. Then you have committed nonfeasance. How can you avoid these feasances? Obey the rules. Do your job. Know the policies and procedures. Use common sense. Keep personal work at home. And the safety of your students always comes first. What are the consequences of committing these feasances? Depending on the severity of the incident, consequences can range from a verbal warning to the loss of your teacher certification or even jail time in some instances. I did a little investigation when creating this slideshow. Use dictionary.com for legal definitions, Investopedia for legal examples, a book called The American Teacher Foundations of Education, and presented on Powtoon.
created using Powtoon.